We are going to do the I-cord bind-on method on circular needles in this video. First, use your favorite method of casting on 3 stitches. Then we're going to turn our work so our stitches come on our left needle, and the side facing you will be considered the right side. For row A, we will knit into the first loop on the left needle, the front of it, and then we will knit into the back of that same loop, so that you're essentially making an extra stitch in that first stitch. Then we're going to knit into the next 2 stitches of our I-cord foundation. That's row A. Row B is to transfer 3 of the leftmost stitches, which are your I-cord, to your left needle. And we're going to tug the working tail. That's the first stitch that's cast on with your foundation of 3 I-cord stitches. Now we're going to repeat rows A and B. So remember, row A is to knit into the front of your first stitch on the left needle, and then knit into the back of the first stitch on the left needle, and then you knit the remaining 2 stitches of your I-cord foundation. And do not turn your work, but do row B, which is to transfer the 3 I-cord stitches to your left needle. So now you can see that we have cast on 2 stitches on the right needle and have the foundation stitches of the I-cord binding on our left needle. We'll continue around until we have the number of stitches that we want on our right needle to do our garment. Here I have finished my I-cord cast on of 120 stitches on my circular needle. I have the I-cord arranged so it is not twisted, and you want to be sure that you don't have any twists as you are about to join and graft one end of the I-cord cast on to another. I usually mark every 50 stitches with a stitch marker pin. So you can see I've got 50, and 50 is 120 along here, so 120, and my 3 I-cord cast on foundation stitches. Now what I'm going to do is transfer these 3 stitches over to my right needle from my left. You can pull the tail a little snugly on that last one because it'll loosen off. I'm going to thread the needle of my cast on tail and I'm going to come up from behind into the first stitch on the right needle and slip it off. That's the I-cord foundation. Pull it through, and I want to leave it so it's about the length of one leg of a stitch. Now what I'm going to do is flatten out my I-cord and look for that first stitch, the V in the first stitch. I knotted mine at the beginning, so I can come up under that, and you see it's like a V there. And so I'll come through, and then what I want to do is come down through the front of that second I-cord needle and slip that off. I can pull my other tail a little tighter. Come down through that needle, and so now I have a stitch there and there. I want to go into the next V stitch of the I-cord so I can see it's there. And I want to go back and down into the stitch I just came up from the right needle, and then repeat with the very last I-cord foundation stitch to come up from the back in the center. And then come through to the back here. And there, you have crafted the I-cord cast on in the round. And I'll just move my working tail. This other tail can be woven in to the work and tied off. You're now ready to begin knitting, in which case you will knit the stitches that you cast on that have a basis or an edge of the I-cord foundation. You're all set to go.